Let's see if we can't do something about my boredom.
Alright. I guess we might as well go into the depths just for fun. That's what the cool kids are into. I think. I was hanging around a skate park the other day, as I do sometimes. And I saw the kids when they weren't so busy eating their Go-Gurt or listening to their CNC Music Factory tapes. They were talking about how much they like going in the underground areas that are full of poison. And also invisible fucking walls. Because Miyazaki's a hack. I don't know why I'm bothering even thinking about sniping these guys when I can just walk down here and cut a swath through them. As you do. You know, it was the style at the time, you see. Okay, sir. I use the term very loosely. Okay, we should just jump down there for fun and profit. So let's do it. Or, you know, miss time to jump. Because for some fucking reason, From games have to be platformers. Okay, he did the run at you all crazy torch attack. The final attack of the game. The butcher. I see the butcher down there and she's pissed. This is the part where From apologists come in here and they're like, you're trying to do a shortcut that wasn't intended in Miyazaki's vision of the game. And I don't appreciate you criticizing it and with a condescending voice. Also don't appreciate you doing this imitation of me. I don't talk like that. I'm like, well, you sound like you do. In my head. Look, the butcher has brought a fucking posse down here. Of one. Posse of one. That would be a really good rap name. Like album name. Okay, you've got your meat hook and your butcher knife. You think you're so fucking cool. You're just gonna go on Instagram and take a bunch of selfies of you holding raw pork and put filters over it, and everybody's gonna think you're so fucking awesome. Look, you even did a little twerk when you died. Alright, what the hell are we doing? I guess we'll free Laurentus? Is that his name? The pyromancer guy? You are so ugly. The arrow didn't really hurt the dog. It was my words. I hate dogs in From games. They're like scientifically calculated to piss you off. Because they run at you and you block it, and then they timed it down to the millisecond. The perfect amount of time for them to immediately just jump to the side so your attack misses. And every time it happens, Miyazaki's dick gets harder and harder. What is this? Oh, there's like a smoke effect. I'm sorry, look, it's the power of the PlayStation 4. Crying babies. I don't think the PlayStation 4 was advertised with crying babies like the PS3 was, but it's the first thing I thought of. I've never seen a PlayStation 4 commercial, because I don't really watch TV anymore. What are they like? Is it just some guy sitting in a room eating a bag of corn nuts? And then Christopher Walken fucking kicks the door in and he's like, hey, I have some games for you to try. If you want. Maybe. And then the guy just shrugs. And then that guy, what's his name? The fake president of Sony that lost his job because he played Mario Kart once. He appears and is just laughing. Look at this shit. This enemy is the easiest fucking enemy in the game and I can't kill it because of Miyazaki's stupid fucking bullshit. Here you go, dick. I don't care if it takes every resource on planet Earth. I'm killing that fucking dog. God, aren't they aggravating. Hey, you're very hidden up there. I'm so proud. I want to know how she got up there. She must have just... We'll figure it out. And then Vatty. No, it won't be Vatty this time. It'll be Matt Pat. Talking about how... The game theory of how she got up there and how it relates to fucking Undertale and Five Nights at Freddy's. And he'll make about $48,000 of that stupid bullshit. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Heaven forbid. Far be it from Tenfey to, you know, belittle a much more successful YouTuber. I perish the thought. Hey, I don't remember your name. You're a pyromancy guy. That's your name. Can I talk to you?
Thank you.
Did he say... I skipped his dialogue. Did he say his name? Whatever. Baka. It's not like I like rescuing from barrels or anything. Baka. Okay, we need to activate the shortcut. and stab a giant rat in the head. These things are not mutually exclusive. I'm enjoying the frame rate down here. I gotta tell y'all, I don't know if the lighting is better or worse, but I like being able to just walk around and not have reality, you know, warp around me. What do you think, giant rat? You're so big. I don't know if you're aware of this, giant rat, but rats shouldn't be the size you are. It's rather unusual. Okay, should I cheese him with like fire bombs and shit? Because if I jump down there and my plunging attack doesn't kill him, he's going to go absolutely fucking crazy. Like Dante eating Little Caesar's crazy bread, he's going to go absolutely fucking crazy. I do like the axe in the eye. He should drop that axe. My fucking immersion in this game is ruined. Okay. And just because we're in the neighborhood, and it'd be rude not to, let's go kill the Chandler. Let's go kill Chandler from Friends. I never watched Friends, so which one is Chandler? Okay, what do I know about the cast of Friends? There's a guy who doesn't like sharing food with other people. There's a guy with blackish hair who's like, he's got like 30 fucking ex-wives because he can't stop marrying fucking thoughts. There's another guy. What does he do? I don't know. I've never watched an episode of Friends. And then there's a bunch of women, which, I mean, they're all interchangeable because they're fucking women, so that's their personality, is that they're women. I have to kill this Chandler, y'all. Get the fuck out of my way. I don't care. It's worth it. Hashtag worth it. That was my first death, wasn't it? It's almost like I've stopped, you know, trying in this playthrough. I would edit out this loading screen, but I don't want to. So if I talk during it, then y'all can't complain. Where is my death point? Death point? I meant, where I last rested, and spoilers, is the Firelink Shrine bonfire. Well, I had a big old plan of going down there, freeing Laurentis, opening the shortcut, then coming back up here, upgrading some items, maybe learning some pyromancy, going down there, killing the gaping dragon and such. But I got so genuinely, like, what's the adjective I'm looking for? Talking about the show Friends and the characters in it, like, just made me give up on ever wanting to accomplish anything. And so I just kind of ran in the... I mean, the smart thing to do would have been to pull those rats one at a time in that Chandler room. And then kill the Chandler. Which I killed the Chandler, so hashtag worth it. But still, it's a hollow victory. It's something the Dark Souls, the First Flame, etc. It was thematically appropriate is the point I'm trying to get across. But on the plus side, now that we've died once, then I don't have to give a shit if we die anymore. So... it'll make the Bed of Chaos fight less stressful, because I planned on dying during that anyway. I think I've beat the Bed of Chaos once without dying. I don't know if I recorded it or not. But I do have a substantial eyewitness claims from my 6 hot Canadian girlfriends who were all watching at the time. Don't ask them to leave a comment about it, though, because they use Canadian YouTube. You wouldn't have heard of it. Canuck tube? Horton tube? Okay. Well, now that we don't care anymore, like that song that goes, I don't care anymore, except in a more musical manner, let's just run forward and beat the game, I guess. Even I can't tell if I'm being like pissy and sarcastic. That's the point we've reached. We've reached maximum pissant. Could go over there and get invaded by Kirk and get the Ring of the Evil Eye, but honestly, there's really no reason to. There's like 4 good items in this game, and that's not one of them. Okay, climbing ladders. Yes, you ran at me all crazy. You're the fucking king of hollows. Congratulations. I think... See, the problem is, it's not just that I was talking about friends earlier. You've probably noticed throughout the whole course of this episode so far that I've been kind of pissy. It's just, I kind of sat down and I made myself start recording. Because, as you know, I tend to go long stretches without recording anything. And it's because my brain hurts all the time. And I don't feel like doing anything, including, like, breathing. But I was like, I want to be able to sit down and just play this game, because that's how I play Dark Souls, is like I load a podcast or something, and I use playing Dark Souls as an excuse to just sit here and kind of veg out. But I also wanted to record my first playthrough of this remaster for y'all, so I can't sit down and just play the game for myself until I finish this playthrough. So I realized it's my day off from work. I'm sitting in my house just laying here waiting for the eventual heat death of the universe. So I've just got to fucking get through this shit. The second part of this playthrough, and it's already become a fucking chore. Alright, let's watch the Game & Dragon cutscene. He's very ugly, and his body is a mouth. That's the joke. .jpg. Oh. I guess we'll cut its tail off. And get an axe whenever used. That should be the theme of Dark Souls, is picking up items and weapons and shit that you will never use. Because it's like you're compelled to do it. Like, I have no reason to get that axe off of his tail. I'm never going to equip it on this character. But I gotta have it. I'm jonesing for it, son. I can't face another fucking day without that tail axe. Tail axe, like as one word, sounds like a cool name for like an old, like NES game. It's like, hey man, what are you doing this weekend? Like, you want to hang out and be good friends? It's like, no man, I went down to the movie house zone and rented Tail Axe, son. My weekend's booked up. It's like, man, you ain't never gonna beat Tail Axe. It's like, hold horses, dog. I'm gonna call the Nintendo Power Hotline. Man, your phone bill's gonna be sky high. You're gonna get an ass whipping. Did anyone ever call them the Nintendo Power Hotline? Like, I wonder how it worked. Like, you called them and you're like, I can't beat this video game, and they're like, did you try not being terrible at it, sir? Ronald Reagan is currently the president, so I don't have to take this shit. Was he when NES came out? Or was it George Bush Sr.? I don't know politics. Look, trying to think of the presidential lineage has caused me to take a lot of damage. Both in the game and my credibility. Alright, Gaping Dragon, look. You're making both of us look bad. You need to stop throwing this temper tantrum. And just let me murder you. What are you trying to accomplish? You have no tail. You might as well give up. A dragon losing its tail, you've lost all your standing in Dragon Society. This corpse has the warrior starting set on it, which we started with because we're a warrior. So I don't feel the need to interact with it, is the point I'm trying to get across. Alright. Let's head into Blighttown proper. That'll get my spirits up. Nothing brightens a day like fucking Blight. You know what I just realized? The first part of this, I accidentally forgot to record it in 60 frames per second. So when I made the YouTube video that y'all watched, it was in 30 frames per second, and I was making jokes about how the game was running at 60 frames per second, even though y'all couldn't see it. Well, I started this second recording session, and I didn't fix the setting on my Elgato, which means everything I've done up to this point has also been in 30 frames per second. So I could either stop the recording right now, change the settings, then I'd have to upload this. No, it's not worth it. It's Dark Souls. Who gives a shit? I was just talking about how... Hey, how you doing? I was just talking about how the only thing I liked about this is how smooth it runs. Well, it's running smooth for me. And y'all probably aren't even watching the gameplay anyway. So... whatever. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Linkin Park, they knew. They were the scholars of their time. They knew two things. One, that in the end it didn't even matter, and that two, their music was scientifically engineered to pair with Dragon Ball Z. Hey, big fat guy. Oh yeah, I need to change my gear to be more poison compliant. I need to change my gear to meet OSHA standards for Blighttown, son. You enjoying the invincibility frames there, Sparky Joe? Hellstrom? Get the fuck off my wooden walkway. Or don't. Why didn't he fall, Master Wayne? You are going off this fucking platform. God damn. This shit I put up with. Okay. Wait, did he not die? Okay, I was about to say, he didn't die. Alright, we need to change our loadout. This shield resists poison. And then we'll take off Havels to put on our poison bite. Which means probably have to take these gloves off. We still medium roll though, which is completely and utterly unacceptable. I guess we'll just go full black leather. It's got the most poison. What? What's this horse shit? Okay, well we will switch you out with these. Look at that fast roll. And my boots, they don't match, but they're jaunty. Nothing wrong with a pair of jaunty boots, y'all. Why you got the boot shame me? Okay. I need purple moss. I'm jonesing for it, son. Out in the alley behind Eckert's, fucking beating off dudes with both hands for that blooming purple moss, son. I gotta have it. I'm riding that purple moss pony. Which is probably somebody's OC. Oh, the backstab chain. This blighted barbarian, I think that's what they're called, is going to do a YouTube video being like, Dark Souls Remastered is garbage because you can backstab chain. Like, all the videos I see online of people complaining about how this remaster is terrible, it's all just shit to do with PvP, like backstab chaining, but I don't care about PvP. I don't care about the online in Souls games at all. It's like my least favorite part of Souls game. So it doesn't really matter to me. Now, I do hate that they didn't, like, fix Lost Isla for the Bed of Chaos and shit. Like, don't get me wrong, that shit was terrible and lazy. But I also don't care about backstab chaining, mainly because it makes, you know, NPCs like Havel the Rock easier to kill. So, anything that means I gotta put less effort into the game is alright in my book, son. We did it. We somehow defeated the Blighted Barbarian and the Grey Eagle. Thanks for the dung pie. Look, Hans, Tenfey has gotten high-definition dung pie. Oh. It is 1080p. So good. Alright. I'm not gonna fight these enemies. The hell do I look like? The hell do I look like? Somebody competent in Souls? Well, I'll fight just enough to get past them, I suppose. The bare minimum. Okay, yes, you jumped and hit me in the back. You're very cool. You need a fucking hobby. All of you do. You've lived down here so long in this shit town that it's taken away all of your fucking zest for life. It's a perfect... synonym? No, metaphor, you idiot. For what I was describing earlier about why this video is so lackluster. Maybe this is what we should do. Instead of me going like 4 months between recordings until my mental state stabilizes enough that I can try to be, you know, entertaining for y'all, maybe we should just enter the fucking gritty, grimdark, bitter age of Tenfey. The Frank Miller age of Tenfey. Where I just force myself to record constantly and it's just me bitching nonstop. Honestly, it wouldn't hurt my standing on fucking YouTube. I think this is what all the cool kids do, isn't it? They took dogs and made them worse somehow. I don't know how they did it, but goddamn if they didn't do it. They're smaller and they breathe fire. And you still can't fucking hit them. You can tell I'm a fan of Dark Souls because I hate it the most. Hey, Sparky Joe, you climbed up here. Congratulations, you're the pride of the beaches. You were raised by a cup of coffee. Where are they at? Oh, Jesus, Lord, help us. Dear, sweet, 9-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus, guide me through this trying time. Okay. We're just having a grand old fucking time on Tenfey Channel. It's a magical wonderland. My favorite part about how much I'm bitching is that if I wasn't sitting here recording this, I would be doing absolutely nothing. I'd be doing what I do 90% of my time, which is sit here and just watch YouTube videos that I don't even care about just to make the time pass. Okay, our endurance is up. We're using the sword so that these stats don't matter right now. I guess we'll just start getting HP. Lovecraft. I read some of his works. They got a certain quality to them. A little color from Beyond Space and the Outsider. The rats in the walls and such. You know how it is. Racist cat names. All that good shit. Okay. I want power within. I won't be able to use it because my original plan of going up and talking to Laurentis so he'd give me the pyromancy flame is completely shot from what we'll call the Friends incident earlier. The Chandler incidents. I think Chandler might be the black-haired guy that gets cucked left and right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because Joey... Okay, there's one named Joey. I think he's the guy that yells about not wanting to share food with people. And... yeah, there's one named Chandler. And I don't know... No. Okay, I finally remember. Ross. Ross is the black-haired guy who's so pussy-whipped that Kunta Kinte feels bad for him. So Chandler's the other guy. Well, what does he do? What's his fucking trope? If you're a Friends fan, and this is probably been a rough episode of Tenfey. You're like, man, I can handle Tenfey having been a pissy attitude and being bad at the game. But why you gotta talk about my favorite sitcom? Not Friends for life. Okay, somebody is shooting poison blow darts at me, and I don't appreciate them. Hey, how you doing there, Chief? How you want projectile shot at you? How do you like it? It's like a after-school pit. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen. Did not realize your best friend was over there wearing a bag on his head, and that you get mad. They're utilizing the souls. Okay. As the dogs followed me down there? Okay, we'll just die then. As longtime Tenfey followers know, I've long attested that an enemy in Souls, their greatest attribute that they can use to thwart you is the fact that you can't move through them. They form an invisible wall around themselves as they go. And we just witnessed that shit firsthand. Okay. I really need to pick a different topic than ranting about the show Friends. Let's talk about a good show that I like. Community. Community is a good show and I like it. There. Nothing else to say positive. Yes, you ran at me and you're a dog. Congratulations. Once again, you're the pride of your fucking people. I guess I'll actually kill that blow dart guy now that his fucking fan club isn't all over me. He's down there, isn't he? I can't remember. God, fucking spatial awareness. Okay. Hold the fuck on, you crowd. You gotta give me a fucking moment. You crowd literally fucking fight too. Well, I'm gonna die again because you can't... Okay, you can do like a limp-wristed punch. Nope, I'm taking you with me, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. There we go. The good times. Yeah, the second episode's playthrough is very different than the first. I genuinely feel bad. Like, if I could somehow revert my save and go back and start this episode over again, I would. Because I feel bad for y'all. Because y'all sit around and you want more Tenfey content. And then when I finally fucking make myself record something, it's just this. It's just me being pissy and throwing a tantrum in the game and dying over and over. Like, the first episode, I feel like it was much more optimistic. Then again, I might just be looking at it, you know, rose-tinted glasses, son. The past. Like, maybe it wasn't. Maybe the first episode was worse than this one. Maybe some people prefer the grimdark. Maybe some people prefer Frank Miller Tenfey. I don't know. We'll just keep playing for a little while. Honestly, if I really didn't give a shit, I wouldn't even have come down here. Because I could have just gone through the Valley of Drakes and skipped all this shit. But what can you do? I want the Wanderer set and the Pyromancer set, and they're both down here. So, why not get them? Look, you have a little permanent fire effect on you. Ain't you just adorable? It's like somebody was a good boy and the HD Remaster rewarded them with particle effects. Okay. Getting a corpse hung on you in Havoc Engine. The good times. The good times of Dark Souls are finally back. Get off of me. I know you represent the good times, but there's a fucking limit to this shit. You can't just experience the good times all the time. If you spent every day getting your dick sucked, eventually you'd get tired of it at the point. That's the metaphor I'm going to use. Oh yeah. The Wanderer set. It ain't a bad set to have, son. I'm telling you what. You all followed me all the way here. Like, you seriously need a fucking hobby or something. I'm not that important that you got to chase me. I know I'm the player character, and your AI subroutines demand that you chase me. But you should play the breathtaking, groundbreaking new interactive movie by David Cage, known as Detroit Become Human. And you'll understand you could break free from these AI shackles that have chained you. I'm not going to bother going into the Hollow, the Great Hollow. I mean, the Chloranthy ring is in there. And technically there's some dragon scales in there we could use to make this Drake sword stronger, but I don't have a weapon upgrade box. Because that was another thing I was planning on going and buying before we started Tenfey's pissy, Tenfey's emo adventure. So unfortunately I don't have access to that shit. Alright, y'all. I am going to go rest at the bonfire. And you all are going to reset. And that's just how things are. That's the way it is. Celine Dion knew what she was talking about, son. Because that's the way it is. Alright. We will grab this dragon scale just because it's right here. I gotta eventually start using a real weapon, I suppose. You can't coast through your whole life on the Drake sword, son. That's a handicap. Eventually you're going to get to the real bosses and they're going to be like 200 flat damage. What the hell is it? What the fuck? You coming to my house? Doing that shitty damage? Alright. Poison resists through the corner. Not the sorcerer gauntlets. Stupid. I have 2 Hollow Warrior waist cloths in my inventory and I have never been so fucking offended. Okay. And we fast roll for days. D beef jerky. I guess we should kindle the bonfire too, which means I need to eat another humanity. Alright. Whew. The Pyromancer set, like the male version of it, just doesn't look as good. It's like a lot of armors in video games. People complain about, you know, titty bikinis and shit, but sometimes that just looks better. Sometimes you just want a nice titty bikini. What's so fucking wrong with that? Oh, I forgot about you, Man-Eater Mildred. How rude of me. Yeah! Gotta eat that poison grass on the frame that you get poisoned. That's how the pros do it. I guess we'll kill Man-Eater Mildred. Oh, but there's Mosquito. Ray the Mosquito will show up. The cousin to Mr. Mosquito. Mildred, sweetheart honey, I am trying to kill a mosquito who somehow miraculously survived having a fucking arrow shot into him. We're having such a fun time right now. This is just the fucking best. I didn't think life could get any fucking sweeter, but here it is. Now, why are we fighting Man-Eater Mildred? Why are we doing anything that isn't lying on a bed and staring at the fucking ceiling? The only activity of any merit that we could be doing right now. I just don't fucking know. Alright. Kill Spider Tits McGee. I think that's her original Japanese name. It was translated as Quaylog or something like that. Kellogg's. Let's kill this Tony the Tiger looking Frosted Flakes Lucky Charm having fucking pervert. You know they released Frosted Flakes with Lucky Charms marshmallows in them. I saw them on the store shelf and just the sight of them, I fucking had to get a foot amputated. Just brushing up against the box gave me diabetes. Alright, hope y'all aren't popping too many boners. I don't know if you were ready for full-blown spider titties. Oh, she's gonna blow up. Well, the explosion thing is much more visible, which is nice. It's not like a theoretical thing that you have to, like, predict. It's not the stock market. You don't have to get the guy from the movie Pi with a supercomputer that he has to, like, rub jelly on. That movie was confusing. If you understand the plot to the movie Pi, feel free to explain it in the comments, because a lot of shit happens in it. Like, the whole movie's in black and white. The guy's, like, good at math. And then some corporation wants to, like, oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, well, luckily I didn't. I don't know if I've ever gotten trapped in her spider legs. Which sounds like a line from Monster Musume. I think we probably could have done a better job of fighting her right now. What do you think? Kids at home. Oh, Lord help us. Why? Why are we fucking bothering? I was on YouTube last night just browsing the recommended videos because I felt like being insulted. And I saw there's so many channels that are just a guy sitting in a room with a pair of headphones on, and he plays an episode of an anime at the bottom of the screen, and he sits there in almost complete silence, except every now and then he just says like, or oh, or damn. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, man, that was some shit, like, the Meteoria punched that guy and his arm fucking blew up, dude, and then the fucking All Might and Kachan and the Frog Girl, and then smash that like button. And they get like 400,000 views. So, it's just, why bother? Why bother? You could almost throw the same thing at me, because you're like, you mean like those idiots that play video games and talk over it? I'm like, well, yeah, but let's see, there's a difference. It's apples and oranges, you see. I'm just saying. It's not a Let's Play. It's a Let's Play style video. Your Honor. But seriously, it's very disheartening. I think the lesson we should all learn from like YouTube and social media in general is, why are you trying? Like, why? Why bother? Oh, Man-Eater Mildred, will you ever fucking win? Hey, Spider Tits Malone. I hit your foot once, so you're gonna blow up. Careful, her most dangerous ability is to just push you into the fucking lava pools. As always, she's also using the Dark Souls enemy's most powerful weapon, their ability to have collision on their hitboxes. Yeah, this is about the time, if you haven't upgraded it at all, this is about the time that the Drake Sword kind of starts falling off as a premier weapon. I mean, it's still doing decent damage considering we haven't buffed our attack stats at all. But, you know, it's going to take a fucking month to whittle this bitch down with it. Just saying. Just trying to teach you all a thing or two. I guess I'll grab this. Okay. Not my 1,036 souls. If only I could hit her fucking creamy torso. That's where her rich, nougaty weakness hitbox is that'll stun her, but I don't really have any way of doing it. So we'll just have the circle strafe. Give them the old Dark Souls hoorah! The old circle strafe. The punch out technique. You just dodge to the side and then attack when you can. Doc Lewis would be so fucking proud of me right now. He'd be eating his chocolate bar. Telling me to join the Nintendo Fun Club today. How much... Oh shit, Lava. How much more damage does this do when I two-handed? It does 54 per hit like that. 86. Well, that's enough to make it worth it over time. Reviewed over a long enough period of time. It's like a investing. I'm gonna Wolf of Wall Street your ass. Alright, lady. You ready to fucking take this to the next level? You ready to start fighting for real? To quote my boy Cody Travers. You ready to start fighting for real? Making me sleepy. Criminal upper. Well now, let's see if we can't do something about my boy. Alright, we accidentally killed Quaylak. Let's keep advancing the game. Like the heroes we are. Ring the Bell of Awakening. We should change our gear before we do that. Make ourselves less ugly. Go back to our Havels and Wolf Ring, which means we want some poise boots. Now the Wanderer boots look better. We want over 50 poise though, which is the easiest way to get that is to throw on some fucking poise boots. Then we can wear the Wanderer cloak. It's right there. Stupid. Some manchettes. Whoop. And a nice hat. This bad boy right here. Which means we could probably upgrade our manchettes to the Wanderer manchettes. There we go. Ooh, like a respectable gentleman wearing a mask. Remember, always put your shield away when you're going to be in a cutscene. And since we're down here in the area, we might as well kill the ceaseless discharge. We could learn Chaos Great Fireball, but the only pyromancy I'm probably going to use is Power Within, so and I would have to get a second attunement slot or wear a ring for more attunement slots, so it's really not worth it. That's neat to see a man about ceaselessly discharging. It's like, oh, I hope he's going to the Dick Doctor. Is there a name for the Dick Doctor? Like, I know when you go to the lady parts doctor, it's a gynecologist, but what's the Dick Doctor? How come men can't have a doctor? Huh? Somebody get the fucking... This is the internet outrage. Hashtag not all dicks. Hashtag Dick Lives Matter. Hashtag me too, and in parentheses, I'm referring to my dick. What other shitty hashtags could we make fun of when talking about penises? There's so many to choose from. May the dick be with you. Not my dick. I don't know. I don't really keep up with all these trends. All you kids today being angry on the internet. I prefer to be angry in my YouTube videos about nothing. About about sitcoms that I don't watch. Hey there, gorgeous. How you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to take your dead sister's clothes. You're going to swing your arm. And I'm going to run past you. It's a win-win for everyone. I wonder if his original Japanese name of this boss literally translates as ceaseless discharge. I like to think there's a more poetic name in the original Japanese. Something that makes you feel less like you need to take a shower after you've read it. How about Oozing Fireboy? What do you think? I did it. Alright, now that we're big heroes. 6. I never saw that movie. Is it any good? It's the one with the, inflatable robot, right? I mean, it can't be bad. Honestly, the loading screens in this version aren't terrible. So I don't feel as guilty. Like that one. In the first episode, I did what I usually do, which is I edit out all the loading screens. But I figure, by this point... well, we're only going to walk through a little bit more swamp. I'm mainly worried about the toxic dart guys up there. But as long as we never get hit, then it doesn't matter. You don't even need HP if you never get hit. That's the Contra method. I would say the metal slug method, but technically if you get inside of a slug, you get HP. So it dilutes the whole integrity of the Contra analogy. Contra is a fun game. It takes me back to such a simpler time when I could just sit down and play a video game. Because I was 5 years old. I mean, technically I could sit down and play Contra right now, but it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't have that magic. That Contra magic, as they call it. Give him the old Contra 1-2. Okay. There's a guy right there. I can't shoot my shit faster than he can shoot his shit at me, so... Oh, look who decided to phase through reality. Alright, so we're just going to have to... This shield will block all of the toxicity he's spewing. He's on the internet fucking... talking down to my lifestyle choices, son. He's in a video game telling me to get good and to go home gamer girl. So his toxicity, I block it with this shield. If I'm lucky, the bully hunters will come and save me. Okay. You're getting Getsuga Tencho'd. Like you read about in Getsuga Tencho Monthly, which is Ichigo Kurosaki's favorite magazine. Alright, shoot one more. And you're done. That was fun. I knew I'd get toxic at least once. But that's just for the life experience. Did you... The other guy, like, fell off of there? Or did the Getsuga Tencho must have hit him? Well, isn't that nice? It's nice when good things happen. Occasionally. I love that their reaction is to run over to the ladder. They're like, ooh, when you come down this ladder, we're going to get you so good. I guess I'll just shoot them in the asshole. No, I'm not going to shoot dogs in the assholes. I'm better than that. I'm going to fall on top of them with a sword. And miss! I hope I die right here, because I deserve it. Alright, dodge, dodge. Yeah, there we go. Thank goodness. For a second there, I almost thought I was competent at the game. And what a dangerous line of thinking that would have been. You know that, it's like a term or effect for that condition where people who are bad at something, like really bad at something, think they're better at it than they are, while people who are actually good at it think they're not as good because they assume everybody... It's so easy for them, they think everybody would be able to do it. That's me with Dark Souls. I'm like, yeah, Dark Souls ain't fucking nothing, baby. Get good, scrub. Son. I'm a professional Dark Souls game player, yo. Getting sponsorships. But in reality, I'm just some guy running around getting killed by a very weak enemy. And then blaming the game. And then blaming the director of the game, Miyazaki. That poor innocent angel, Hidetaka Miyazaki. Such vitriol I've slung that man's way. When all he wants to do is make us happy. On the plus side, all the Blow Dart guys I've killed, which is all but one of them, will be gone now. So, I don't have to worry about poison dart adventures in babysitting. That should be like one of those common babysitter, like urban myths, horror stories. Like the one where the girl sees the clown statue, and when the parents call, she's like, why, you have a freaky clown statue? They're like, oh, we don't. That's probably a murderer. Please leave the house. Or the phone calls coming from inside the house. I got pushed off a cliff by a poison dart man because my sword hit up against the wall because Hidetaka Miyazaki is a fucking hack who should never have been allowed in the fucking boardroom of a video game publishing company. Oh, I love it. I love backpedaling. Just when you think Tenfey is going to have some character development. I'm like Peter Griffin on Family Guy. At the end of every episode, I learn my lesson, and I don't take my wife or my kids or my marriage for granted anymore. But at the start of the next episode, I'm right back to being that fucking idiot. Oh, Hidetaka Miyazaki, why? Why does my sword hit the wall, but not the enemy's? Why is there such injustice allowed in the world? You know what won't hit a wall? A fucking Getsuga Tencho. Where did he go? My hate eradicated him. He's down there somewhere. He's like Michael fucking Myers, son. I shot him. I unloaded a revolver in him, and he fell off the balcony. But then when I went and looked outside, his body was gone. No, seriously, did he die? How would he have died? Unless it really was all the hate in my heart took that man from this world. I know he's still... Y'all could probably watch the footage and see, because I didn't pay attention to see if I had any purple moss added to my inventory. But I think he's still out there. watching and waiting. I want to kill Lord Gwyn at the end of the game, and then when I go to like light the bonfire and get one of the two shitty endings, he's just going to be standing there. Yeah, this playthrough of Dark Souls is a lot like my life, son. It's just, it didn't follow anything that was expected. Figured I'd go on about 4 minutes in this playthrough without having a little existential moment, so I'd throw another one in there for y'all. Because that's what you come to the Tenfey channel for. Oh, God, Lord. Lord Jesus, strike us all down as we stand. Amen. Alright, this looks like a job for running past a bunch of blighted barbarians. We can get our ass to Firelink. The Firekeeper's going to be dead. We'll get her raggedy clothes for our Raggedy Ann cosplay. Then we'll head up to Sin's Fortress, where dreams come true. Senti Python's Magic Flying Fortress. Nothing but good times in there. Got you some snake people, some booby traps. Some snake booby traps? Probably not. Because then we would be forced to go on the internet and complain that snakes have boobies. And it just can't happen. No, sir. If there's one thing I learned about the internet, that you put tits on a lizard or snake woman, you're gonna have hell to pay. You're gonna have some answers because you'll be sitting there like Mark Zuckerberg on top of a stack of phone books while Congress looks down at you and asks you to explain this shit. They're like, would you care to explain Exhibit A? And it's just a big-titted lizard woman that you drew on your DeviantArt. You're like, yeah, that's Busty Sinclair, the Argonian. They're like, Your Honor, I'd like to bring your attention to Exhibits A and B, which are these big old titties on this snake woman / lizard woman. And they're like, well, care to explain? I'm like, well, I mean, it's a bipedal, sentient, non-existent lizard person. I thought I could throw some tits on it. And they're like, thought you could throw some tits on it, did you, huh? Thought you could just bandy about some titties on a non-mammalian creature. My God. People like you make me sick. And that's the end. No, I was going to say that's the end of my analogy to the courtroom and you defending your right to draw lizard women with tits, but I like to think that right at the end you would give some big impassioned To Kill a Mockingbird-esque speech that would change everybody's opinion, the hearts and minds of America. You're going to be the Rosa Parks of snake titties, son. The Martin Luther King Jr. of lizard titty. I had a dream. I was going to do my usual, I can't believe I spent the last 3 minutes talking about lizard titty. But it's still an improvement over everything else, talking about friends and depression. Tenfey video really is a roller coaster ride, son. You never know what to expect. Okay. Don't worry, kids at home. Your old Uncle Tenfey knows what he's doing. He's going to rest at this bonfire, and then he's going to run all the way back down there, because I do, in fact, want to get the Pyromancer Flame from Laurentis. Also, try to confirm if that's his name or not, because I can't remember. And then we can attune Power Within and use it to kill ourselves during boss fights so that we can throw a big tantrum afterwards. It's like poetry, it rhymes. I guess we'll go for a swag sword attempt. That might cheer us up. A nice swag sword to get us through the hard times. You're a rapier, man. So I don't much care about you and your drops. But you were in the area at the time. Alright, one more chance for a swag sword. Always a swag's maid, never a swag bride. I think that's how the expression goes. I think John Lennon might have said that. Oh, speaking of John Lennon misquotes, God, it was so fucking good to me. So, a couple of weeks ago was Mother's Day, and so I was at my mom's house interacting with her, as you sometimes do on Mother's Day. And, as many of you know, my mother has a large orange cat named Keith Urban. And since I was there, she wanted me to help her trim his toenails. Because if she tries to do it herself, he just wiggles and squirms and gets away from her. So I picked him out, I put him in a full fucking cat Nelson, and was holding him there while my mom, just snipped the end of his toenail. I told her, I was like, my God, don't cut to the quick. Because if you harm this cat, immediately I'm going to start singing in the arms of the angel. So she was trimming his toenails, and he was squirming and making sad little meows. He was like, "Row." And anyway, eventually he wiggled so hard that he got out of my arms, and she hadn't cut all of his toenails yet. And so I told her, because it's me, and I'm just reflexively. I mean, my mom doesn't watch my YouTube videos because she'd faint. But I was like, well, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And just out of reflex, I was like, that's what John Lennon said. My mother, God bless her heart, in such a stern, angry voice, she just goes, that wasn't John Lennon, it was Kenny Rogers. And I just started fucking dying. And she still to this day doesn't understand why that was so funny. Oh, the good times. I think the good times are back. Shut up, Laurentis. I still think that's your name. Okay. We'll learn Fireball and Flash Sweat just to get him off our back. Shut up. I was going to say nobody likes you, but you're actually one of the more liked Dark Souls NPCs. You get a pass just this one. Oh, wait. The plan was the Homeward Bone after we talked to him. I was too busy regaling y'all with anecdotes about my mom and her cat, Keith Urban. I like how this is like a targeted ad, because I used a Homeward Bone, so the game shows me an excerpt of the Homeward Miracle. They're like, are you spending 500 souls on a Homeward Bone? Do you like throwing money away? Do you hate America? Like, why is Rush Limbaugh reading this Dark Souls ad to me? Hey, yes, you can have a large ember. He's like, oh boy, it's like Christmas morning, it is. Hello, hello. I'm Andre Victorious. Let's make our Drake Sword slightly stronger. Then let's repair things. Alright, what are we doing while we're here? What's the plan? How many Titanites do I have? 2. Let's reinforce our bow, because we do use it to play Twing Twang every now and then. I don't think I have any. Oh, I did pick up a large Titanite shard. I could turn it into the raw bow. It wouldn't really give me that much more damage than just putting it over here. So we'll upgrade it. Why not? Alright, then we'll buy, with my little eye, the weaponsmith box. We might as well grab the Crest of Artorias before I lose all my souls anyway. And, how many large arrows are we at? 74? That ain't a bad amount to have. Ooh, we could spend all of our souls down to 0, so that way when we die in Sin's Fortress, we don't have to feel bad about it. Okay. Good times. We're having a good time today on the Tenfey channel. My body is ready for the good times on the Tenfey channel. Let's make sure we've properly min-maxed our gear. Because I could add a couple of pounds on it. Could I put the Elite Knight gauntlets on it? My God. I'll be a modern Adonis. There's really no reason to put a different hood on or helmet. Well, nope. The medium roll caught up to me. It was like death. You can't outrun your medium rolls forever again. Oh, well, I like this look. And armor is purely cosmetic in Souls. Because, like I've said before, you just have to not get hit and then your armor doesn't matter. The Grass Crest shield would be a better shield to have right now, but I don't feel like going and getting it. So we'll just stick with our Magic Crest shield. Oh no, not two snake men who run at me and then get killed by darts. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh villain? That dart missed you, and I'm so fucking angry about it that I'm gonna get... Oh, I tried to get into him, but then nothing good happened because of it. Oh! There we go. That's what I like to see. You're getting parried. Oh my god! I Babe Ruth that shit. I actually called out a parry and then connected with it. I bet y'all couldn't believe it. When I was like, you're getting parried, you were probably like, Tenfey, saying he's going to parry something. I'm so confident that he's not going to do that, that I'm going to take a big swig of my chai iced tea. And then the next thing you know, son, I parried it just like I said I would, and you're just spewing. Your head is spinning on your shoulders like the fucking exorcist. Just spewing chai iced tea in all directions simultaneously. 360 degrees. Or maybe you didn't. I don't know. Maybe you thought I could do it. Maybe you thought I was good at the game. I'm like a hustler. I'm a Dark Souls hustler. I'm like, oh no, I'm so bad at the game. Maybe we should, you know, put a few dollars on this next round. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, it's a sure win. Then I'm out there fucking every day I'm hustling. Just a bebopping and a scatting through your bank account. See, these snake people I always thought were female. I don't know, it's just something about them. Maybe because they cast magic and I'm sexist. But then again, I don't think they actually are female. I think I'm just assuming their gender. I'm out here triggering these poor fucking snake people. Big Hat Logan's in there, but I just don't fucking care about Big Hat Logan. Who would? I mean, I do enjoy his large hat and his jovial nature until he becomes a dragon otherkin there towards the end and strips down asshole naked and comes running at you. Up to that point, he's a good feller. Is he a smart feller or a fart smeller? We'll never know the truth. Oh, he just made it. That was fun. Now to get a ring I'll never equip, because this is Souls and you have to get all the items. Onion Bro's down there. We could advance his storyline. Or we could just ignore him, because who gives a shit. Hey, why don't you come walk in this narrow hallway and fight me? That's right. I was about to say, nary one of those fucking darts is going to hit you. And once again, the walls are only against me. Only the player. What are you trying to say, Miyazaki? What is your societal fucking statement you're trying to get across with the fact that only the player's sword hits the wall? Because I know it's something, and it's probably condescending and smug. Since that's the only way Miyazaki can interact with humanity. Through this filter of condescension. Clobbered. I figure we'll get the gold serpent ring just in case we want to farm humanity or something later. And we're going to get the upgrade for our Drake sword is down here. Another weapon that has no stat scaling on it. A little something I like to call the lightning spear. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps you're familiar with it. Do I have any Lloyd's talisman? I do. I prefer non-violent. I mean, I'm the Gandhi of interacting with mimics. Huh? Alright, so this thing does a flat 220 physical. But the lightning spear Does 144, 144, son. That's a bigger number. That's good, isn't it? I could probably put a helmet on, too. Look at me. Helmet man, respected. You walk around with a mask on, people think you're up to something. If you walk around with a helmet on, they're like, that's a contributing member of society right there. Nobody causes mischief in a helmet. It just ain't done. Alright. I think we're ready to beat the game. We're just going to skedaddle on to the end of the game. Lord Gwyn. He'll be like, I can cast lightning spear. I'm like, so can I. And then I shove this thing up his ass. And he's like, that's not magic. That's something completely different. Oh, hoisted by my own petard. That's how Lord Gwyn talks, if you didn't realize. If you weren't aware of it, you know. I like to think he's a very boisterous fellow. Probably indignant in certain situations. I'm glad to see that still works. Y'all were probably watching and gasping in horror as I ran straight through that fucking trap. But I remembered that in the vanilla game, you can always just run straight through it. So I was hoping that that trend would continue. Hey, sweetheart. I can't parry your face. And I can't parry your sword if I'm bad at it. I'm gonna need you to work with me here, son. Okay, you think you're so fucking clever. Here, I get you one day. Trying to see if Ray, the snake, was gonna start some shit, but surprisingly didn't. Proud of you. That shows integrity. Even though now, how are you going to go to Facebook and talk about how you did something? Now that was a parry, Your Honor, please. Oh my God, Ray was given far too much credit. And on that day, Tenfey received a grim reminder that we were all fucking cattle for the Rays. Attack on Ray. A lot of the Titans in Attack on Titan are very Ray-like. Because, like, you're fighting one Titan, and then another one will just come up behind you and, you know, like, bite your fucking legs off. Like the asshole they is. Time to put my bow to the test. Hey there. How you doing? I still think these are snake legs. I mean, they don't... They kind of had tits. Are those pecs? Snake pecs. Leave a comment if you think these snake people are female. Maybe it is just bias. Well, they have swords. I was gonna say maybe I'm like, oh, only the strong, independent snake men are allowed to have swords and shields. The snake ladies have to stay back in the kitchen throwing lightning. But they have flame burges. Last time I checked, that's a genuine fucking sword, yeah. They're squiggly. I can see why a snake person would enjoy them. And their squiggly nature. Squiggly by nature. My favorite 90s group. Hey, Boulder Knight. You are swag sword compliant, son. Oh. I wait with such bated breath every time I kill one of these guys because I want that sword. I don't know why. I got this damn lightning spear. Oh, Lord. Lord Jesus. While I was doing this little moment here for y'all, I just remembered that I got this, this damn thing dropped off that first Black Knight we killed. I completely forgot about it. Huh. We got all kinds of options for weapons. We'll stick with our lightning spear for now, but now we've got plans for the future. We're going to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let my swag sword carry me. I think that was Paul McCartney. Okay. Enough of this now. Alright, this is a professional Sins Fortress playthrough. No more emo, friends rants, or anecdotes about my mom's cat. That's not what you came to the Tenfey channel for. I guess we need to increase both of these so we can use more weapons. What are the requirements for these fucking things we've been finding? So you need 14 decks minimum, and you need 20 and 18. Okay. We'll get there, kids. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little heads. Your Uncle Tenfey knows what he's doing. I got machinations rolling around in my head, son. Macadamia nut cookies are good. I can't hear the word machinations without thinking of macadamia nut cookies. They go hand in hand. Like love and marriage. Love and marriage. It's an institute you can't disparage. If you ask your local gentry, they'll say it's elementary. No, why did I fall? Master Wayne! Oh, I blame the remaster. I told the remaster I was in love with you. We really are back in the proper Tenfey swing if I'm blaming the game for my mistakes. That's how you know the good times are finally back. Okay. Also realized we very foolishly didn't kindle that bonfire. And I don't go anywhere without my Estus. Don't even talk to me before I had my 10+1 Estus flask. I'm there in the office and you come storming in. You're like, we've got to talk about these reports. I'm like, and I point over to my crochet needle point hanging on the wall that says, don't even talk to me before I've had my 10+1 Estises. And you let out an exasperated sigh and then sat there. Oh dear God, I can't believe that killed us. I'm in the middle of an analogy. You sit there and stare at me as I pour 10 fucking swigs of Sunny Delight down my throat. Kind of loses some of the impact when I die in the middle of it. It was already a terrible fucking story to begin with. They could. I'm not one to disparage the remaster, but they could have made the inventory less dildos. I'm just saying. Don't paint me as a negative Nancy, but they could have put just the smallest modicum of effort into not having the inventory continue to be complete dildos. I think even dildos would have a better inventory than that, now that I think about it. But only if they were dragon-like in nature. I think Bad Dragon is like... I think they've got a pretty good, like, mental market share of dildo culture. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, on the internet nowadays, if you bring up dildos, there's a pretty good chance that people are going to either think you're talking about or you're going to be talking about Dragon Dildos from baddragon.com, an official sponsor of Tenfey channel. So I'm just saying, like, I'm sure the actual per capita of dildos in, the country, at least the continental United States, are not dragon in nature, but the mental market share. So there's no such thing as bad dragon dildo publicity, is what they say. I think you should count this video as a credit for your economics class. Just play that one little segment right there for your teacher. He'll know what I'm talking about. Or she, I guess. Oh, I am on fucking full-blown autopilot right now. Just running through Dark Souls. And missing jumps, once again. It's the most important part of the game. It's like fucking eating your vegetables, son. You got to miss that jump every time. Once again, I blame the super smooth 60 frames per second. My brain can't handle it. My brain sees Dark Souls 1 running at 60 frames per second. It doesn't know how to interpret it. It's like non-Euclidean geometry. Once again, to talk about H.P. Lovecraft, who I mentioned briefly earlier in this video. Like, your mind doesn't know how to interpret it, so when I go to jump, there's a lot going on. Need I remind you that the sun is in my eyes, and I didn't eat a proper breakfast. There was an earthquake. Oh, I can't be worried about Carrie Fisher trying to shoot me in a muddy tunnel with my delinquent brother anymore. Might be time to finally retire. The Blues Brothers analogy. I say that as I fucking reference fucking John Lennon. I misquote John Lennon fucking 40 times a video. So, and I'm always talking about Archie Bunker. I know he's dead. He's gotta be. Tell you what, we'll give it some time. We'll give the Carrie Fisher and Blues Brothers trying to murder me as I make excuses the Tenfey staple. We'll give it a little bit of rest. Although, I have to say that in the theoretical Tenfey drinking game that I know nothing about, there's got to be a rule in there for when I start making excuses to Carrie Fisher. I think at this point, we're like so far down the meta hole to bring up, I brought up community earlier, so to bring having a very Abed-esque moment. He threw a genuine fucking tantrum and killed me. To have our Abed-esque moment, like me referencing the theoretical Tenfey drinking game has become such a staple of the video that it in and of itself has to be a rule in the Tenfey drinking game. It created itself. Some old Russian philosopher probably has some kind of thing talking about how humanity created God, but then humanity now believes God created man. So the Tenfey drinking game created itself from nothing. So that's how there's a rule about the Tenfey drinking game in the Tenfey drinking game. It's a never-ending inception. Tenception? That's what that rule has to be called. I think I might just be hungry. Is that why I'm so cranky and depressing this episode? Maybe my blood sugar is just low. I should just drink an entire like quart of orange juice and eat a peanut butter sandwich, and then I just fucking the most spring in my step, good times, just laughing, son, having some fun, sharing a few laughs, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just a shitty person. We'll never truly know. The enigma that is the Tenfey channel can never truly be deciphered. I'm telling you. Alright, you went immediately into fucking tantrum mode, so I am going to stab you repeatedly in the center of your asshole with this spear until you learn your lesson. Some people don't believe in corporal punishment, but I believe that a parent has the right to stab their cranky child in the ass with a lightning enchanted spear. That's what the Bible says. Spare the lightning enchanted spear in the asshole, spoil the giant child. You threw a second fucking temper tantrum, which means I'm going to have to stab you in your cerebral cortex. I'm going to stab him in the part of his brain that controls his asshole. That'll get the point across. Alright. Now that a horrific analogy is over. Let's just summon Tarkus. He's good people and I want to see him. Hey Tarkus, you want to fight the golem? He's like, look at my face. Is this the face of a man who doesn't want to fight the golem? I'm like, I don't know, I can't see your face. Although I can see part of your chin. He's like, don't look at my chin, you pervert. Hentai! And he slaps me. Calls me a baka. I go flying off in the distance with a nosebleed. Then I slip on a banana peel and accidentally grab his titties. And he's like, ooh. I don't know how I ended up in a stereotypical ecchi comedy anime with Tarkus. That's my Tarkus. Okay, the Iron Golem. You think you're so fucking clever with your axe that shoots shockwaves. Well, my boy Tarkus here has got something for you. Tarkus, sweetheart honey, is in this direction. As I was saying, my boy Tarkus here got a little something for you. He's gonna put a little moxie and pizzazz on you, son. He don't take shit from nobody. Least of all, giant fucking enchanted Tarkus. My God. And I can't hit him because he's got, when he's grabbing Tarkus, son, he's got the invincibility. Alright, Tarkus, I'm gonna weaken his calf muscles for you. It's like loosening a peanut butter jar lid. But I'm gonna need you to fucking get in there and get some fucking lick. Earn your keep. I'm paying you $20 a day under the table, son. The least you can fucking do is kill this goddamn Iron Giant. Look, Tarkus, we got him on the ropes. This poor motherfucker doesn't know where he's coming. He's gonna fall asshole first off this fucking thing. Oh, Tarkus. Go for his trick knee that he got in Nam. He wasn't like fighting the Viet Cong or anything. He tripped on a duffel bag. We did it, Tarkus. We saved Sin's Fortress. I always remember him as that large man who helped me kill a boss once. Alright, let's watch the cutscene to go to Anor Londo. Then I'll probably end the episode because I'm just before fucking fainting. It's taking a lot out of me bitching and moaning into a microphone for an hour and a half. I was going to end the episode, you know, at the end of that cutscene, but then I realized I forgot to de-equip my shield during the cutscene, which means I looked ridiculous and lost any respect that y'all had for me. It was finally it. It was the final fucking death knell of the Tenfey channel. Let's look at this beautiful fucking sunset as we ponder our wasted life.